Hello friends, welcome to the physics class. In last lecture, we have seen reflection. In that we have seen reflection taken place by two plane mirrors inclined with a certain angle. Then we have seen what is refraction, and in refraction we have seen what is absolute refractive index. We will revise that part. See over here, in last lecture we have seen that what is refraction. Suppose this is the interface between two mediums. This is the interface between two mediums. This is medium 1. This is medium 1. And this one is medium 2. Okay? One is medium 1. Another one is medium 2. Then what happens? This is the incident ray. This one is the incident ray. And supposed to be here we have a normal. Here we have a normal. The angle made by normal to incident ray, the incident ray and normal, this will be called it as angle of incidence. But over here, what happens? This is the medium 2. This one is medium 1. Then when light moves from this medium to this medium, it should move straighter. But instead of moving straighter, it bends towards the normal since it is moving from optically rarer medium to denser. See over here, this medium 1 is optically rarer and this one is optically denser. Take an example, suppose it can be air and this can be water. Then if we see this, air is optically rarer and water is optically denser. Since light is moving from rarer medium to denser, it bent towards the normal. It bent towards the normal. But instead of this, if suppose light moves from this medium to this, then what will happen? Suppose this will be the normal, this will be the incident ray. Now this will be the normal. Since it is moving from denser to rarer, instead of moving towards the normal, it will move away from the normal. It will move away from the normal. By this, what can you say? By this, you can say that whenever light moves from rarer medium to denser, it bends towards the normal. Whenever light moves from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. It bends away from the normal. And this angle will be called it as angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. This will be called it as angle of refraction. Over here, this will be the I, angle of incidence, and this will be angle of refraction. Then we have seen that whenever light moves from one medium to another, there is deviation in its path. Why there is a deviation? Since there is change in its velocity. जब velocity change होती है रे की, तो उसकी डायरेक्शन भी deviate होती है, और उसकी जो डायरेक्शन deviate होती है वो किस पे डिपेंडेंट है? That is rarer and denser medium. Suppose this is rarer and this one is denser. Then whenever light moves from rarer to denser, it bends towards the normal. And whenever, okay, my mistake, this diagram should be like this, not like this. It should move away from the normal. Since it is moving here, it will be the direction of this. This will be the straight. It should go like this now, but instead of this, it bends away from the normal. It bends away from the normal, and this will be called it as angle of refraction. This will be called it as angle of refraction. In this case, it bends away from the normal since it is moving from denser to rarer. Over here, it is moving towards the normal since it is moving from rarer to denser. और रेयर मीडियम और डेंसर मीडियम क्या है? जब हम एयर को देखेंगे तो हम अपना हाथ मूव करते हैं तो ये ज्यादा हमें रेयर लगता है, तो ये ऑप्टिकली रेयर है. अगर हम वाटर का कंसिडरेशन करें, हम वाटर में हाथ घुमाएं तो क्या होगा? फ्रिक्शन होगा, तो दैट विल बी denser. Sorry for this diagram, this will be like this only. Okay, it will bend away from the normal. It will bend away from the normal when it is moving from denser to rarer. It will bend towards the normal when it is moving from rarer to denser. Towards the normal, rarer to denser. Away from the normal when moves from denser to rarer. This is the pathway. Over here, this is the refracted ray. This is the path like this. Over here, the path is like this. Okay. Now you know what is refraction. Deviation of light whenever it moves from one medium to another. This deviation takes place due to change in velocity. When light moves from one medium to another, its velocity changes. You know that the velocity of light is faster in rarer medium as compared to denser. तो जब velocity कम होगा तब वो normal की तरफ shift होगा. जब वेलोसिटी बढ़ेगा तो वो नॉर्मल से अवे होगा. रेयर टू डेंसर जाएगा रे तो टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्मल, और डेंसर टू रेयर होगा तो अवे फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल. ओके, now we will see the formulas which we have discussed in last lecture. What is that? That is absolute refractive index. This is medium 1. Velocity of light in this medium will be v1. Velocity of light in this medium will be v2. Okay. Then we have seen the formula for absolute refractive index. What is that? That is n is equal to c upon v. And if suppose this is air or vacuum, then V1 will be equal to V1 will be equal to V1 will be equal to C. And over here, the speed of light in V2 will be treated as V. Therefore, the formula will be n is equal to C upon V. This is called it as absolute refractive index. Refractive index of any medium with respect to vacuum. अगर पहला मीडियम हमारा एयर या वैक्यूम है और दूसरा ग्लास हो सकता है, वाटर हो सकता है, एक्सेट्रा, तो उस टाइम पे उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स होगा एब्सोल्यूट, दैट विल बी C अपॉन V. नाउ वी हैव टू सी अबाउट absolute. Now we know absolute refractive index. Now we will see relative refractive index. Now what is this relative refractive index? This is absolute RI, refractive index. Now relative RI, refractive index, that is N21. Refractive index, this is read as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. This is read it as refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. In this case, if we write this formula, it will be the velocity of light in medium 1, that will be V1 upon V2. This will be V1 upon V2. And if we see this absolute refractive index in the terms, relative refractive index in terms of absolute refractive index, then that will be N2 upon N1. N2 upon N1. Is it okay? Are you getting this thing? यहाँ पे देखना है अपने पहले मीडियम में जो वेलोसिटी है सपोज टू बी वो V1 है और सेकंड में V2 है, तो इसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मीडियम 2 का विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू मीडियम 1 जो है उसे रिलेटिव रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स बोलते हैं. तो यहाँ पे अगर वेलोसिटी के टर्म में तो V1 अपॉन V2 होगा, और अगर वो एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स के टर्म्स में है तो N2 अपॉन N1 होगा. अब सेकेंड केस में क्या है, now see over here, this is refractive index N21. इससे ये फॉर्मूला कैसे डिराइव हुआ वो चेक करते हैं हम. अगर मैं N2 देखूं तो what will be that N2? N2 will be C upon V1. And what will be N1? That will be, sorry, C upon V2. What will be N1? That will be C upon V1. When we multiply these two quantities, what we get? We get C upon V2 into, when we take it to multiplication, there will be reciprocal of denominator. It will be V1 upon C. C get cancel. We have N21 is equal to V1 upon V2, which is these two formulas in terms of velocity, in terms of absolute refractive index, which is N2 upon N1. रिलेटिव क्यों बोलते हैं हम? क्योंकि एक मीडियम के रिस्पेक्ट में हम दूसरे मीडियम का निकाल रहे हैं. अब ये कंसेप्ट क्लियर होने के बाद आपको एक चीज और याद रखनी है. नाउ यू नो हाउ वी डिराइव दिस फॉर्मूला फ्रॉम दिस वन. अगर अब मीडियम चेंज हो जाता है तो क्या होगा? Instead of this, if we write it like this, N12, it will be read it as refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. Absolute refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. It will be V2 upon V1, opposite of this one. That this will be N12 will be written as N1 upon N2. अगर हम इसको पढ़ेंगे तो क्या है? एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ मीडियम 2 विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू 1. दिस इज एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ मीडियम 1 विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू 2. बस इसको रेसिप्रोकल ले लेना है. रेसिप्रोकल लेंगे तो ये आ जाएगा. इज इट ओके? नाउ वी हैव सीन व्हाट इज एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. नाउ वी कैन नॉट ऑलवेज से दैट कि द मीडियम विच इज फिजिकली डेंसर इज ऑल्सो ऑप्टिकली डेंसर. जैसे ऑयल है, ऑयल ऑप्टिकली क्या है? डेंसर है, बट वाटर से लाइटर है. तो हम ये स्टेटमेंट नहीं बोल सकते कि इफ अ थिंग इज ऑप्टिकली डेंसर देन दैट विल बी ऑलवेज physically denser. And you know that what is density. And now understand this thing, what is low density and high density, or rarer or denser. If we see water, water is denser. If we move our hand inside the water, we see face of friction, then that water is more denser. If we move our hand in air, there will be less friction. Then we can say that air is a rarer medium and water is denser medium. Air is having low density and water having high density. Okay, now we understood over what is relative refractive index. Refractive index of any medium with respect to someone. Okay, अगर आपको एग्जाम में 80 मार्क्स मिले और आप घर में जाके बताते हो कि आई गॉट 80 मार्क्स इन फिजिक्स, तो आपके पेरेंट्स खुश हो जाएंगे. ओके, तो वो हो जाएगा एब्सोल्यूट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एयर, जनरली पासिंग मार्क के कंपैरिजन में. लेकिन जब आपके कोई फ्रेंड बताएगा कि मेरे फिजिक्स में मार्क्स 95 हैं, तो क्या होगा? आपके मार्क्स विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू योर फ्रेंड इज लेसर. तो यहां कंपैरिजन हुआ. तो जब भी कंपैरिजन होगा रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ वन मीडियम विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू अनदर वन, देन दैट विल बी कॉल्ड इट एज रिलेटिव रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. जिसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स जितना ज्यादा होगा वो मीडियम उतना ज्यादा डेंसर होगा. और अगर वो डेंसर है तो उसमें स्पीड ऑफ लाइट उतनी कम होती जाएगी. उसमें स्पीड ऑफ लाइट उतना कम होगा. जितना ज्यादा रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स उतना ज्यादा डेंसर मीडियम, और जितना ज्यादा डेंसर मीडियम उसमें स्पीड ऑफ लाइट उतना डिक्रीज होता जाएगा. इज इट ओके नाउ? ओके, देन वी हैव टू सी अबाउट टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. Before that, we have to see apparent depth. Okay, for that we will see PPT. Okay, wait a minute, I will show you the PPT. Okay. Now see over here. You can see this definition: relative refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is defined as the ratio of speed of light in V1 in the medium 1 to its speed in medium 2, okay, which is n21, which is read it as refractive index of medium 2 divided by 1, which is absolute refractive index of medium 2 divided by absolute refractive index of medium 1, which can be written as V1 upon V2. We have seen how we have derived this V1 upon V2 from N2 upon N1. Then illustration of refractive index. Then what are the illustration? The first thing is when see from outside, the bottom of a water body appears to be raised. This due to refraction at the plane surface of water. See this. If you go nearer to the swimming pool, what happens? The water appears to be less deeper. बट जब हम एक्चुअली पानी के अंदर जाते हैं तो हमें उसकी डेप्थ ज्यादा लगती है. तो ये क्यों होता है? दैट इज टोटली ड्यू टू रिफ्रैक्शन. अगर आप पेंसिल को पानी में डिप करोगे तो वो बेंड अपेयर होती है. दैट इज टोटली ड्यू टू रिफ्रैक्शन. तो यहाँ पे भी जब रिफ्रैक्शन होगा तो जो एक्चुअल डेप्थ है वो नहीं दिखाई देगी, वो हमें एपरेंट दिखाई देगी, कम दिखाई देगी. क्यों होता है? ड्यू टू रिफ्रैक्शन होता है. कैसे होता है वो हम चेक करेंगे. दिस रिलेशन होल्ड्स गुड फॉर अ प्लेन पैरेलल ट्रांसपेरेंट स्लैब. तो अब ये फॉर्मूला जो है, अगर हमको रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स निकालना है दूसरे फॉर्मूले से, दैट इज रियल डेप्थ अपॉन एपरेंट डेप्थ. जो एक्चुअल डेप्थ है उस स्विमिंग पूल का और जो हमें दिखाई दे रहा है उसे एपरेंट डेप्थ बोलेंगे, जो एक्चुअल नहीं है. तो हम रियल डेप्थ से जब एपरेंट डेप्थ को डिवाइड करेंगे तो वी विल गेट रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ वाटर. देन ये ग्लास स्लैब के लिए बहुत प्रॉपरली होल्ड होता है, तो हम ग्लास स्लैब के कंसिडरेशन में इसको देखेंगे. सी दिस. Now the thing is, suppose this is the bottom of the swimming pool or the certain medium or glass slab. This is the bottom of a glass slab. Light is moving from O to B. This line is not over there. Assume only O to B. Then if line is moving from O to B, since it is moving from denser to rarer, it will bend away from the normal, which is BC. Then this angle will be angle I, angle of incidence, and this above angle will be R, which is angle of refraction. This will be angle of refraction. Now see this. This is angle of incidence. This is angle of refraction. Instead of going straighter, it bends away from the normal. BC is bending away from the normal. It is bending away from the normal. Then whenever a certain person is standing over here, when he see that object, it appears in a straight line, which is CBI. जब भी कोई पर्सन अगर पानी के ऊपर से देखता है तो ह्यूमन आई लिमिटेशन है कि वो हमेशा कोई भी चीज को स्ट्रेटर देखता है. तो स्ट्रेट देखने की वजह से वो लाइन उसकी आई साइड कैसे होती है? CBI. Okay, that will be CBI. Then if we draw a normal at O, then this angle will be R. Okay, wait a minute, we will see it. Now see over here, what is that thing? Suppose this is the glass slab. This is the glass slab. This point is O. Light is moving from here. Instead of going over here straighter, it will bend. This is the normal. It will bend away from the normal. This will be called it as angle of incidence. This will be called it as angle of refraction. Since it is moving from rarer to denser, it will bend away from the normal. Then this is angle of incidence. But if a certain person is standing over here and watching this, then what happens when he see this thing? And we have to draw a normal over here. If suppose we draw a normal at this point, this is the normal. I will show this line by blue line. See this? This is the normal. Okay. Now what happens when he see this thing? it will be always straight. It will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. Now, since these two normals, one is shown by this orange line, one is shown by this one, these two will be parallel because this is 90 degree, this will be 90 degree. By law alternating angle, this is I, then this will also be I. If this is R, then this angle will also be R. The distance between this normal and this one is taken as X. This is X. Okay. Actual depth is capital R, and apparent depth, that is A. Apparent depth is A, this much of distance. This much of distance is apparent depth. This is apparent. जो हमें लगेगा but actually नहीं होगा ऐसे. This will be apparent depth. Okay. And this whole line from this point to this distance will be R, real depth. Are you getting this thing? And if we take tan theta, tan theta will be what? If we see this as tan of I, what will be this tan of I? This will be, if this is X, this will be also X. Then that is tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. That will be X upon R. But since this X is very small as compared to R, this is nearly equal written as sine of I. This can be written as sine of I. Okay, since this X is very small as compared to R, tan of I can nearly written as sine of I. Then, if we take tan of R, what is tan of R? That is this, and by alternating angle, this is the tan theta. Then tan theta will be opposite upon adjacent. That will be X upon A, which will be nearly written as sine of R. Which will be written as sine of R. Means tan R is equal to sine of R, and tan I can be written as sine of I. Since this X is smaller than R as well as X is much smaller than A. Okay. Now you understand this diagram? ह्यूमन आई का लिमिटेशन होता है कि वो कभी भी कोई ऑब्जेक्ट को अगर देखे तो वो स्ट्रेट लाइन में देखता है, वो हमेशा ऐसे बेंड नहीं होती उसकी. तो यहाँ पे वो स्ट्रेट देखता है, तो इसीलिए उसको अपेरेंट हाइट दिखाई देती है, एक्चुअल हाइट नहीं दिखाई देती. तो जो भी चीज यहाँ पे है, सपोज एक ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे है, तो उसको ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ दिखाई देगा? अपियर टू बी ओवर हियर. इज इट ओके? देन वी विल सी द पीपीटी. See this? We have seen the diagram on the board. If we have an object or the bottom of the glass slab or the base of the glass slab is represented as O, the ray is moving from OB will be incident ray. It will be get refracted. Since it is moving from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. Then this will be angle of incidence. This is R, and now you know how this happens. Okay, I explained you this diagram over here. Okay, R stands for real depth, A stands for apparent depth. Okay, and suppose above surface is air, then if above surface is air and below is the glass, then we have to take the refractive index of glass and air, and refractive index of air is 1. Now we will see this. Tan of R is equal to X upon A, which is nearly equal to sine R. Tan of I is equal to X upon R, which is nearly equal to sine A, by Snell's law. Now, since initially we are finding the light is moving from medium 1 to medium 2. In this case, light is moving from medium 2 to medium 1. In this case, light is moving from medium 2 to medium 1. मतलब glass medium से अब air में जा रही है. Generally absolute में क्या होता है? Air to किस में आता है? Glass में या दूसरे medium में. तो यहाँ पे glass से air में जा रहा है. तो यहाँ पे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स का स्नेल्स लॉ क्या है? n इज इक्वल टू साइन आई अपॉन साइन आर है. तो यहाँ पे ग्लास स्लैब से बाहर जा रहा है, इसलिए हम इसको क्या लेंगे? n इज इक्वल टू साइन आर अपॉन साइन आई. नाउ पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ साइन आर. which is I shown on the blackboard, that is x upon a divided by x upon a r. Then whenever we take denominator to the numerator, we multiply it instead of division. Then x upon a multiply by r upon a, x get cancelled, we have r upon a, which is real depth upon apparent depth. Now we got a formula, refractive index of glass slab will be equal to real depth अपॉन apparent depth. जो actual depth है वो और जो हमें दिखाई दे रहा है वो. अगर ग्लास स्लैब के नीचे एक छोटा सा ऑब्जेक्ट है तो उसका इमेज अगर हम साइड से देखेंगे तो हमें क्या दिखाई देगा, एपरेंट डेप्थ दिखाई देगा, एक्चुअल नहीं दिखाई देगा, वो थोड़ा ऊपर की तरफ दिखेगा. तो जो ऊपर का डिस्टेंस होगा ग्लास स्लैब के स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट से, दैट इज एपरेंट डेप्थ. और जो हम अगर परपेंडिकुलरली देखेंगे तो जो दिखाई देगा दैट विल बी रियल डेप्थ. द थिंग इज कि अगर हम किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को स्ट्रेटर देखें, अगर आप पॉइंट सी से देखोगे तो एपरेंट डेप्थ दिखेगा, बट अगर आप एकदम परपेंडिकुलरली स्ट्रेट ऊपर आके देखोगे तो दैट विल बी द एक्चुअल डेप्थ. तो आपको क्लियर डेप्थ भी दिखेगा अगर आप परपेंडिकुलरली देखेंगे नीचे की तरफ. तो अगर हम पॉइंट ए के यहां पे आके नीचे साइड करेंगे तो वी विल सी द रियल डेप्थ. ओके, तो अगर हमें रियल डेप्थ देखना है तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, वी शुड बी परपेंडिकुलर टू दैट ऑब्जेक्ट इनसाइड अ ग्लास स्लैब और इनसाइड द वाटर. Now we will see this. See this. Here we have seen this formula, refractive index, real depth upon apparent depth. Now, if suppose there is a, we will take now example of a water instead of glass slab. If an object is at the bottom and we are seeing from this side, due to the limitation of side, we always see a object on a straighter line. लाइन ऑफ साइट हमेशा स्ट्रेट होता है तो उसकी वजह से वो ऊपर की तरफ रेस दिखेगा. तो ये जो डेप्थ होगा वो एपरेंट डेप्थ होगा और ये उसका एक्चुअल डेप्थ होगा. सी अनदर थिंग, इफ यू सी अ फिश इनसाइड द वाटर, दैट इज नॉट इट्स एक्चुअल पोजीशन इनसाइड द वाटर, दैट इज एपरेंट डेप्थ. And the actual position of that ship inside the water will be called it as real depth. This taken place due to refraction. ये किस वजह से होता है, रिफ्रैक्शन की वजह से होता है. A stick or a pencil kept obliquely in a glass containing water appears broken as its part is water appears to be raised. अब यहाँ पे देखो क्या होगा, सेम थिंग होता है जैसे वहां पे था एपरेंट डेप्थ रियल डेप्थ, वैसे ही अगर आप पेंसिल रखोगे तो यहाँ पे एक और एप्लीकेशन होता है रिफ्रैक्शन का, दैट इज द पेंसिल अपीयर्स टू बी बेंड. ऐसा लगता है कि पेंसिल बेंड हो गया है ड्यू टू रिफ्रैक्शन, बट एक्चुअली पेंसिल बेंड नहीं होता. दैट इज एन एप्लीकेशन और इट हैपेंस ड्यू टू रिफ्रैक्शन. Now see one more picture related with this one. If you have this pencil and if you say from other side, then what will happen, due to refraction it appears to be bent, but actually it is not. Now we have to see a very important and interesting concept, which is total internal reflection. Which is total internal reflection. Now what this total internal reflection is, okay? Same thing is happening over here. We have a denser medium at the lower side, we have a rarer medium at the upper side, we have a source of light, supposed to be that is a torch or something else. Now light is moving from denser to rarer. If it is perpendicular to the interface, this line is basically called it as interface. The line which joins water and air is basically called it as interface. Then if we see this torch, it is perpendicular to this interface, then it will move straight up. There will be no change in the direction. But the thing is, when it is moving with a certain angle over here, what is happening? The ray is moving in denser to rarer. If it is moved from denser to rarer, what happens now? We know it bends away from the normal, correct? It will bend away from the normal. And see, this angle of incidence is 20 degree, then angle of refraction becomes 27 degree. When we have next time, we are increasing the angle of incidence. As angle of incidence increases, angle of refraction also increases. Then if we see over here, the ray is moving this side, now angle of incidence is increasing. As angle of incidence increases, angle of refraction also increases. Since it is moving from rarer to denser, denser to rarer, then whenever it moves from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. One time will come when this angle of incidence, for this angle of incidence in denser medium, angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. Means the refracted ray will be aligned with the interface. See this. One thing, if we have a source of light in denser medium and the light is coming outwards, if we see that from perpendicular point, it will be straighter only. But if we see from a certain angle, अगर हम उसको किसी एंगल से देखते हैं तो क्या होगा? ray is moving from denser to rarer, it will bend away from the normal. As we goes on increasing angle of incidence, angle of refraction also increases. Angle of refraction also increases. And at a certain point, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. Angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. At that point of time, angle of incidence in denser medium will be called it as critical angle. See over here, when the angle of refraction is 90 degree, at that point of time, angle of incidence in denser medium will be called it as critical angle. Then after this, what will happen? Instead of refraction, there will be total internal reflection. See over here, what is happening? As angle of this one is 60, instead of refraction, there is reflection. अगर ऑप्टिकल मीडियम से एक मीडियम से दूसरे मीडियम में लाइट जा रही है तो क्या होना चाहिए था? रिफ्रैक्शन होना चाहिए था. But instead of refraction, over here what happens? Reflection. This is called it as total internal reflection. See once again, whenever light moves from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. As we goes on increasing angle of incidence, angle of refraction also increases since light is moving from denser to rarer. And we know that whenever light moves from denser to rarer, it bends away from the normal. At a certain point, this angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. At that point of time, angle of incidence in denser medium will be called it as critical angle. And after the critical angle, there will be no refraction. There will be only reflection. This phenomenon, this interesting phenomenon is basically called it as total internal reflection. Okay? Then what is the condition for this total internal reflection? Whenever ray moves from the first condition, ये total internal reflection होने के लिए condition क्या है? The first must condition is the ray should move from denser to rarer. Second thing is angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. अगर ये critical angle से ज़्यादा होगा तो फिर वहां पे refraction की जगह reflection ही होगा. तो दो कंडीशन क्या है? रे शुड मूव फ्रॉम डेंसर टू रेयरर एंड एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस शुड बी ग्रेटर देन क्रिटिकल एंगल. और क्रिटिकल एंगल क्या है? व्हेन वी हैव एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन एज 90 डिग्री, at that point of time angle of incidence in denser medium is called it as critical angle. और उसके आगे there will be no refraction, there will be only reflection, and this phenomenon is called it as total internal reflection. This is very interesting concept. In next lecture, I will explain this thing once again to you, and we will see its interesting applications and its detailed explanation. Now you understood this thing, and if you have any doubt, you can ask us on WhatsApp groups or in online lectures. I will give this detailed explanation of this total internal reflection in next lecture, and we will discuss its interesting applications. Now see one thing, whichever topic we are doing in the class, you have to read that topic at home and you have to prepare your notes. आप सबको अपने नोट्स प्रिपेयर करने हैं. आपको एक सेपरेट फिजिक्स की नोटबुक बनानी है और खुद के अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए जो भी टॉपिक आपके क्लास में हो रहे हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको नोट्स प्रिपेयर करने हैं फिजिक्स के लिए. ओके? एंड आप उसके नोट्स प्रिपेयर करेंगे और वो दैट विल बी योर ट्यूटोरियल नोटबुक. वो आपकी जो नोटबुक होगी वो एट लास्ट आप हमको शो करेंगे और उस पे आपको इंटरनल के मार्क्स मिलेंगे. दैट इज प्रैक्टिकल मार्क्स. ओके, then you have to prepare your notes, and whenever you come to next lecture you have to prepare that topic. If suppose we are doing total internal reflection and its application in next lecture, then you have to read that chapter. अगर आप वो पहले से पढ़ के आएंगे तो आपको टॉपिक अच्छे से समझ में आएगा and you can ask certain question regarding that. Okay, thank you.